TIFU by looking at my boyfriend's phone. TIFU by looking at my boyfriend's phone. Well, actually it was yesterday. He was showing me a conversation from his best friend and I read something that I shouldn't have. Lately my boyfriend and I have been talking about engagement. He told me that he was going to propose in 2024. Between February and July, we looked at rings together. I gave him many different options and told him what I liked and didn't like. He said I wasn't allowed to look at certain conversations because of what he was saying to them about the engagement. He wants a bunch of it to be a surprise. Well, yesterday we were talking about friend 2 and he was talking to friend 2 about friend 1. He was showing me the conversation and I kept reading. He told me to just keep reading. And I read that he was talking about the engagement to friend 2. Since friend 1 was engaged, I read the month he was going to propose and I panicked. He realized what I read and he panicked as well. He grabbed the phone from me and immediately walked away, very mad at himself. I kept saying I'm sorry over and over again. He said that it wasn't my fault, but I just kept reading and not realizing what I had done. I told him later that day that I was not allowed to go on his phone until he has proposed. And now he has to go to everyone again and change the date. TLD or TIFU by reading my boyfriend's phone and seeing when he was going to propose to me. Now you have to propose to him. I totally knew the proposal was coming before it happened and it didn't dampen the moment at all. It was still everything I wanted and we're going nearly 5 years married. Future congratulations for when it happens. A friend of mine once told me, remember this. If you remember nothing else at all I say to you, remember this. Any bad date you go on will turn into a funny story. You'll have a good one to remember. Reverse Uno card and propose to him first. Sounds like a dumb situation all around. People seriously tell people a time frame that they will propose? And then they show their fiancé a text conversation in which the secret proposal is discussed. The entire charade is obnoxious. If you both decide you want to get married, just get on with it. If you've already been looking at rings, how is it a surprise? If you know you want to get married, just get it done and move on with your life. This ended up being much sweeter than what I was expecting. Congratulations. At worst he'll probably just propose to you on a different date. LMAO, my husband proposed to me in about 30 minutes before asked me to look in his backpack for something where I saw the ring. I had to pretend to be surprised all over again. Tears of joy, it happens. My hubby proposed to me on a trampoline at 2 a.m. while we were just chilling and we had been dating for about a month. We got married another month later in the courthouse secretly. We announced to family afterwards. That was 9 years ago. And I couldn't be happier. Also, we used the money people normally spend on the whole thing to buy a house. If you want to be with each other, then be with each other. D. Red flag, dump his ass. He was just showing me a convo on his phone, Cherie. Honestly, neither of you have the emotional maturity to get married if that's how you both react to the situation. Good grief, grow up. Congratulations. Act surprised. Edit even better. Break up and then take him back and he'll be so confused. It can only lead to happiness. Sorry to hear. Time to dump him. Plenty more fish in the sea. This is actually the start of a beautiful story to tell your grandchildren. Don't make it into something bad. Make it into a great story. NTA, divorce the pet dog, marry the phone. This is silly. Tell him you don't want a surprise proposal. You just want to be married. And then move on with your life.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epicaricast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.